Reflection part 1. All right, we're getting there. We're almost done. I don't want it to end. No. Am I bothering you? No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's with my expectations to be interrupted while I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment now and then. It's most difficult when I don't know anyone, there aren't too many people, or if everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances across the room at both of them. Sayori has her head cocked back in her mouth. What? Why is it sus? No. Has her head cocked back in her mouth. No. That's no. What kind of sentence is that? What kind of sentence is that? Haha, yo. Frickin', I checked to see if they had a Reddit for Doki Doki, and they do, and then there was another one behind them, or like one under them called Rule 34, and bro, yo, do not click Rule 34. I did not click it, but my friend told me, yo, that's something to do with, if you know, you know, but yo, it's something not safe for work, okay? So never open rule number 34 on Reddit for Doki Doki, okay? Never. But yo, I just said that because, yo, this is freaking weird. That has a weird first sentence. Has her head cocked back and her mouth open. Like, what? Okay. Oh no, trying to catch pieces of cookie. Yeah, okay. See that? But like, yo, like when I'm first reading that, it's like, yo, what? Okay, let's do it like this. Sayori is ready to catch pieces of cookie that Natsuki is lobbing to the air. Boom, perfect. You don't have to write it like that. But the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. Maybe I should say something. No need. They just ran out of the cookie. What a waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems practically good at making that happen, but the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, haven't we? Though they may be partially my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Not at all. I probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equal on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet with your friends? Just read. I like it that way. It's nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of this series. There are still 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasies may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres I'll read. Even like romance? Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri. You know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do. Maybe. More when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. Yeah, Monica, do not tell about your middle school stories, okay, Monica? Like, I don't care, because I'm just gonna skip, like I freaking, did to your freaking file, but don't worry. Nah, please don't make me think about the past. I just got super curious. We should totally pick out a romance novel to read. So much fun. Nope. If it's just between us, try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry, I swear, I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past, too. Things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me of quite a bit of how intense I am with my own stuff, I'm guessing. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it, too. Are you talking about me? No. Oh, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga? Nah, like a couple years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Oh yeah, what was it that inspired you to get more of it into it? I don't know. I guess let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this one series that I really relate to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and I wanted to be by myself. Hey, kind of like Yuri, but Monica. Sorry, completely wrong. It's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they've helped you a lot through hard times. You know it. You know it. Wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long so that I can say I've read more than you. Not that I have the money for that. Please, that would be hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me. It's not boring. Chill, I said for me, not you. I can have my own opinion. Are those from the floor? Gross. Is it cookie crumbs? Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there even if you can't see them. Fine. Sayori trots over the door and Natsuki follows. You look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call me my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly, she was so considering. Oh, we got more drama? I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much these mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like, especially in a literature club, so I should just figure out how to meditate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, and also your abilities to get through some of them quickly. Thank you. Okay, well, this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. Then either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. Okay, everyone. Ooh. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the literature club is a place where we can get to share things that we're really passionate about. Hang on, let me listen to this song real quick. Yo, whoever produced the first soundtrack for the main game and this DLC soundtrack, bro, fire. Yo, this reminds me of freaking an indie type beat. Yeah, well, something like, well, the beginning, like something like "Oh Wonder" would sing over. I mean, like in the beginning, like with the beat build up and everything. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I could see that. Well, just for me, you know. But anyway, let's just keep continuing on. As you know, Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about. But that also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have the chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused of something. No, I'm not accusing anyone or anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinions, a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club, if you say so. Sure, the cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thoughts. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayori, what's your favorite food? Have them organized by category. Should I start? Damn, you have it organized? Well, for me, pizza. And snacks, probably goldfish. And drinks, probably Mountain Dew, Sprite. And chips, maybe I'll throw in Doritos. Maybe, well, Lay's. Anyway, I'm rambling. Sarah, yeah, what is your favorite? Should I start with snacks? Or do you mean full meals? Oh, geez. Favorite fruit? Fruit? Um, this is hard. What's yours? Cherries? Oh, cherries? Yeah. Really? I thought cherries taste. What? What? Nah. Nah. Cherries? Yes. I agree, Sayori. But yo, freaking favorite fruit? I mean, if I say like generic like apple, it's gonna be like a generic answer, but I guess I have to go with that. Or unless watermelon too. I mean, is watermelon a fruit? Sorry, I'm being like stupid. Um, there's oranges too. Oranges, yeah. Well, that's a pretty strong reaction. Yeah, but probably apples or blueberries. Well, I just don't understand how somebody could think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel? Sad? Defensive? Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries, because you felt like your opinion was under attack. Yeah. You called ScarGunGray trash? He may be trash, but at least he's good type of trash. Well, that's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like, I think cherry taste nasty, and I'm using objective language, I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How is that objective when you just said it was only your own opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good. So what if I instead said I said like I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not that kind of flavor I enjoy. Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries was kind of weird example, but I think it gets to the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talk about my feelings, and Sayori didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not going to quiz you or something. I know that. I was just... Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like. But does anyone have thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feeling. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. Oh, come on now. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped. I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae? Oh, so you don't? So you do like cherries? You don't hate them, but you do like them. You're welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Buying your people's loyalty, how deliberate. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri. You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the grist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Do you want to start, Yuri? Well, no. How come? Because I don't see how anything productive can come with that. It's just going to start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to cuddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectful just to speak your mind. Respectful? Yuri's expression changes at the word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly... It's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh well, that's just misunderstanding then. I thought you were going to say that manga's for children or something. Like, I don't hear that enough often, but there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger. You serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me? Uh-oh. Hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try not to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki, nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Oh, okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But I mean, the thing about this is ridiculous. You see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think, but I always got the impression that you secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What, have you looked in the mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all my interests immature. You can't. Please stop. Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. Yep, here we go. Gotta fight. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. You said you freaking didn't like cherries and then freaking called the manga immature. So please don't invite yourself to try to solve other people's problems next time, okay? Yuri's piercing words send the club room into a choked silence. As she gathers her things, she leaves. Damn. Holy crap. I never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so... I was just saying, how did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was really a stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you're really actually looking down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugar-coated things. It's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word of choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I really think the problem here is her, not just like the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She is a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. She'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out because I can't just move on now. But it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our minds off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feigning Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. Bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but at least I know they're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has forced the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri has always engaged with each other the least out of everyone, and this is the reason. As Yuri and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to come to the terms with the fact that some members will be incompliant with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayori doesn't either, but for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight.